Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hola.
Ben said hi.
He said hello. Kamri's here too. Basically, what we're gonna be doing is reading old emails back and forth to each other. We're also gonna be looking at old journals. Hopefully this will help y'all, entertain y'all in your boredom. I found an email from me to Kamri. It says, hello, in all caps. Hey, you are very weird. You know you are very spoiled because when I had to pull my tooth out, all they do is pin me down and yank it out and you get two giant braces. I'm jealous. Thank you. That's from 10-year-old me. Thank you.
Oh, this is my favorite one. Okay, and I remember we figured out you could like change the fonts and like you could put emojis in. Brooklyn and I used to send emojis back into the stories. And she'd have to guess what my story was all the time. Okay, but this one says, hello, I want to tell you the thing, but you haven't said I am listening. By the way, figure out, wait, this is. Take and it is.
I'm so confused. Here's one from Kamri. From me to Kamri.
Brooklyn and I totally understood each other.
Okay, figure out how to say this, Kamri. MR spiders, MR not, MR2 CDBDIS, Mr. Spiders.
I don't know why. This is my childhood in one sentence.
Why did you not email me, Brooklyn? Bailey, Brooklyn, get Bella on her DS. Have her go on Pocto Chat. Oh.
What does that even mean?
Bailey said, oh. I said, oh. Bailey said, oh. Bailey said, because I had nothing to say. I said,
so
what? Why did you say that? Bailey said,
Like seriously, the best part is that they could have just turned to each other and had this conversation, but
instead we were just emailing
over
each other.
days. They would just sit down at the family computer and just like send a message, and then the other one would come sit down, send a message.
I found one where Kamri and I are talking about some sort of record in 2011. She says, new record, 201. And I said, haha, 227. And she says, haha, 230. And I said, what? I am so going to beat you. And then she says, haha, 250. Ha 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 ha. That's it. Kamri sent me an email. Happy New Year. Kamri sent me a Happy New Year. She said, Happy New Year, P.S. Have a good and extra special 2013.
Wow, look at how cute I am, guys. I just wished you a Happy New Year.
Okay, my first journal entry. There was this kid in one of my classes in elementary school. Image. Let's just call him Joe. Joe is such a pain in the neck, and so is his friend Blank. They do really mean things to all the girls at school, like tease us or make fun of us. And another thing he does is he does not like his mom or respect his mom. It's very weird, I tell you, and his shirts are all dirty and ruined, and he picks his nose, and worst of all, he's in my class at school, and if you were me, you would know how it is like to be by him. He smells bad. This is my first journal entry. Hi, my name is Bailey, and I'm in 2nd grade. I'm 8 years old, and I have a twin. I have a worst enemy at my school.
Worst enemy.
We would like try and come up with comeback to say to him.
Because he like bullied the twin.
His name rhymes with pain. And so we would say, his name, you're a pain.
Why was that the best he could do?
This looks terrible. But it's okay. I went to the store and like bought all my sketchbook stuff and yep, that's as good as I remember. This is 2012.
Bailey thought she was like an artist.
This is like some brooding message. It's like death is a sad thing with Jesus Christ, but we will reunite together in heaven.
I tried drawing something just like this the same time.
Let me show them.
And Bailey was so mean to me. She was like, mine is so much better. And I'm pretty sure you ripped mine up.
No, I didn't.
You were rude to me.
Oh! Shy is not in my vocabulary.
You know what's
Shy
funny?
is not in my vocabulary.
Bailey made fun of me of being an artist, but then actually this is when I
Look at the difference! Are you even joking right now? Oh, look, here's a classroom setting. Neither is math. Why is she bent like that over the chairs? Why is she like that?
Brooklyn, you wrote a poem in my book. You want to read it?
Yeah.
I rise my finger to my nose. Up my nostril, there it goes.
No, it didn't. No, you did not write a poem.
Slowly as I feel around.
This is a lie.
This is
no, it's not.
There's a big one, great and round. I try to reach it, but I fail. Time to bring in the fingernail. Quickly, it gets the job done. I grab a tissue, but I won't need one. Got it, I said as I wiped it off. And then you scratched out the rest, but it goes, the girl next to me goes cough, cough, cough. Their poor elbow, finger, you thought your job was tough.
That's a pretty good poem, despite the content. This one was written when I was 8. My brother went to town, to wear a pretty gown. He had a pretty crown, and a very sad frown. He ran into hay mounds, and got stuck with some hounds. He weighed 3,000 pounds. He played a bunch of game rounds. He heard some creepy sounds. And that's all he did.
This is pure comedy. Are you guys ready for this? Hi. I'd like to tell you something. I need glasses. Okay, done. Phew. Are you laughing? Okay, that is not funny. Well, if you aren't laughing, then you can forget everything. Sorry about when I had written. It was bad writing spelled with an R. I wrote W-O-R-O-T that. I don't.
Oh, are you talking about
I don't have very good penmanship. Sorry about what I said.
Bailey's glasses entry? I also have one. Okay. I bet this sounds weird, but I have to get glasses. Okay, I don't want to, but I have to. I can still see, I just can't read far away. It is very sad to me because my best friend Morgan is in a different class this year and I don't know any people in my class, so I'm afraid they're gonna make fun of me because I didn't have glasses last year. Here's one about adopting Daxton.
Oh, I had one too.
If I haven't written in here for a while, so I haven't told you much, I'll start from the beginning. Our family adopted a baby boy. This was when I was 9. His name is Daxton Sean McKnight. A few days ago, we went into court for him to officially be ours. It was kind of boring because all they talked about was law talk that I didn't understand. But after that, we went to a place for a barbecue. The place where we ate was good. And now today is exciting because in 2 days, a bunch of people are coming for Daxton's sealing. It is exciting because I'm only 9 and I get to go into the temple. That's like our church building. Well, I am really excited. It is time for me to go to sleep.
Mine is on Daxton's. It goes, if I could go back to one day in my life, it would be when I got sealed to my brother or sister in the temple. It might have been special to them, but I think it's pretty special to me, and that's what day I would go back to.
And here I was a freaking brat. I said, you will not believe your ears when I say this. I picked my glasses. Yay. Well, aren't you happy? What? You aren't? Ah, I see. Well, kind of. Oh my gosh, kind of. I spelled C-I-N-D-O-F.
I was 9 or 8. I think I was 8. And we were supposed to be making Christmas ornaments for our parents. And I go, today we're making Christmas gifts for somebody. It's a tree ornament like always. But a girl in my class gave hers to me, and I figured that out when my teacher handed it to me and her sticker said to Kamri from her name. Then Miss Swain took me to her desk and told me why she was giving me her gift. She said it's because she had some hard times with her family and in life, and she doesn't feel loved, so she picked out the prettiest and nicest person she knew and gave it to them.
Oh, that's sweet. This one was when I was 12 and I was leaving 6th grade and I was talking about my best friend. I said, poor Morgan couldn't stop crying. We've been best friends for so long. It's so weird having to just abruptly never see her again. But she will always be my best friend. I don't think I've ever told her this, but I truly love her.
Aww. Oh, here's the Asa story. I was not happy about having to go to West Monroe. Who wants to stay with a bunch of strangers for a weekend? I didn't. When we arrived, the first thing we did was go to a pizza parlor to surprise some of the girls who watch our channel in the Robertson family. At my first glance, I realized that Asa was kind of cute, but I thought nothing of it after that. That night we went to a crawfish boil at their house and the whole family came. I grabbed a plate and went to sit with the girls when I saw Asa sitting alone. I decided I would go sit with him and try and keep him company for a while. I had heard the girls whispering about how Asa thought I was cute, but I was still dating someone else at the time, so I was uninterested. Well, long story short, we talked and became what I thought was friends. For him, it was a crush. Later that night, we played some games when me, Cam, Asa, and Brooklyn all snuck off to have some teen time. Literally, we just went and jumped on the trampoline. I knew at this point that Asa liked me since he had been around me the whole night, but I was taken and uninterested at this time. We hung out at the golf cart. I wasn't taken, like I wasn't dating anyone, I just liked someone, he liked me back, so we were like an item thing. I started worrying that Asa was going to try pull a move on me, so I decided to head to bed. Once I had gone inside, Asa tried many times to get me to go back out with him. This is true.
Asa was persistent.
He was persistent. And I said I was not having it. Eventually he left and I was able to sleep. The next morning we got ready, went to church with the Robertson and Richards. I had intentionally tried to sit as far away from Asa as I possibly could. But
But my mom switched seats with me last second and I ended up sitting right next to him. The second I sat down, he scooted closer. In response, I scooted away. He scooted closer again. I scooted away this way on until I was practically sitting in Brooklyn's lap next to me. On top of that, he grabbed my hand during the prayer and held it. I immediately yanked my hand away and sat on both of them so it couldn't happen again. This is how forward he was. I was flabbergasted that he couldn't take a hint and realized that I was uninterested. Later we went to lunch. I managed to get their phone number so we could keep in touch. When we left, I didn't think much about Asa and his advancements towards me. Right after the break, we became quick friends and the combos were off and on, mostly my fault because I was in a no boys allowed time of my life since I had just ended whatever the fake relationship was that I thought I was in. Moving forward a little, our families decided to all go on a cruise together. On this cruise, Asa had changed. He was less forceful and was more kind and gentlemanly around me. He was patient and softly listened to me and applied what I said. For instance, one night I mentioned liking guys who dress up, and the next thing I know, he shows up looking very handsome in a pink button down.
I remember that cruise. There was a movie playing, and all of us went out, and Bailey and Asa were watching the movie together, and all of us were just sitting there
Zootopia! It was
spying.
Zootopia!
Me and Bella Robertson were just sitting there spying on you, and we were just loving it. And then we were like, we should give them some personal space. And Asa and her came back, and they were holding hands, and they walked, and they were holding hands, and all of us just started like screaming, and Bailey got so much, she whipped her hand away, and she stuck it in her arm, and she was like,
I don't like
and
it.
she kicked Asa out.
I didn't like it when people gave attention to it. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that video, and we will see you in the next video. Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bailey had a burn book.
Bailey was literally
Look! Except for that.
This should show you how old I am though. I spelled hideous H-I-D-I-Y-I-S.